There comes a point on the spiritual path when you begin to feel stuck. Not at the beginning. In the beginning, everything feels alive. There is curiosity. There is discovery. There are insights that feel fresh and meaningful. You begin to observe your thoughts. You begin to question your identity. You begin to sense that you are not just the mind. And this brings a certain clarity, even a quiet kind of peace. But then something changes. The movement slows down. The same practices continue, but the depth feels less. You sit for meditation, but it does not feel the same. You inquire, but the question feels dry. And slowly, a subtle frustration begins to arise. Why am I still stuck? I understand so much, and yet nothing has really changed. I've come this far, so why does it feel incomplete? And this is where something very important is happening. Because this is not a failure. This is not a mistake in your practice. This is not even a lack of effort. This is the ego becoming more subtle. In the beginning, the ego is easy to see. It appears as thoughts, as desires, as reactions. And you begin to observe it. You begin to create a little distance from it. And this feels like progress. But the ego is not something fixed. It adapts, it learns, and most importantly, it hides. At this stage, it no longer comes as obvious thoughts. It comes as something much more convincing. It comes as the seeker. It says, I am the one who is growing. I am the one who is understanding. I am the one who is almost there. And this feels natural. It feels sincere. It even feels spiritual. But look closely. Who is this I that claims progress? Who is this I that feels stuck? Who is this I that wants to reach something? Because as long as this I remains unquestioned, the search continues. And so does the feeling of incompleteness. This is why, no matter how much you understand, something still feels unresolved. Because the one who wants resolution is itself the illusion. Ramana Maharshi points directly to this. He does not say improve the mind. He does not say gain more knowledge. He simply asks, who is the one who is seeking? Stay with this, not as a question to answer, but as a direction to look. Right now, there is an awareness of this feeling of being stuck. That awareness is not stuck. It is simply aware. The thought says, I am stuck. But that thought is being seen. So who are you? The thought or the one who is aware of the thought? This is where the shift begins. Because the subtle ego cannot survive this kind of looking. It depends on being believed. It depends on being unnoticed. But when you turn towards it, it begins to dissolve. Not through effort, not through force, but through simple seeing. And this is where many people get confused. Because they are used to doing something, trying something, improving something. But here, nothing needs to be done. Only seen, clearly, gently, without resistance, without expectation. And slowly, the sense of I am the seeker begins to loosen. It's no longer as solid, no longer as convincing. And in that space, something quiet begins to reveal itself. A presence that was always there. Not created, not achieved, not reached, simply uncovered. And in that presence, there is no sense of being stuck. Because there is no one trying to move forward. There is only awareness, still, complete, unchanging. This is why the path begins to dissolve at this stage. Because the one walking the path was never real. And what remains is not an achievement. It is not a final destination. It is not something you can hold on to. It is simply what you are, always. So if you feel stuck, do not try to push forward. Do not try to force progress. Do not try to become something more. Instead, pause and look at the one who wants to move. Because in that seeing, you may discover that nothing was ever blocking you, only a subtle belief that you were someone on a journey. And when that belief softens, what remains is not movement, but peace.